In 1976, a young German woman named Anneliese Michel became the face of one of the most harrowing possession cases in history. A devout Catholic, Anneliese's life took a dark turn when she began experiencing violent seizures, hearing guttural voices, and seeing horrifying visions. Doctors diagnosed her with epilepsy, but Anneliese believed it was something far more sinister. She claimed she was possessed by multiple demons, including Lucifer himself. After 70 grueling exorcism sessions, Anneliese tragically succumbed to malnutrition and exhaustion. Her haunting words, recorded during one of the rituals, still send chills down the spines of those who dare to listen.
Ja, ich will auch für die anderen leiden, damit die nicht in die Hölle kommen und so. Aber dass das dann so schlimm ist und so grausam und so furchtbar.
Gekletze! Nein, Gekletze! Einmal Gekletze! Oh, so gerne will er nicht, oh, ich gerne nicht, oh.
Kind Gottes.
Ich hab ein Moderschlag! Die Ruhe gibt nur da oben.
Ruhe gibt's nur dort, wo die Liebe ist.
Ja, bei uns gibt's nur ja,
Nur Hass.
Ja. Die müssen in eigenen Seminaren ausgebildet werden, die dürfen nicht auf die anderen Universitäten. Kapiert?
Klar. Ist da sonst noch etwas zu sagen?
Oh, weil.
Im Namen deines seligen Jungfrau, im Namen Jesu, befehle ich dir auszufahren.
The bizarre sounds have come from tapes recorded during some 70 visits that two Catholic priests made to the Bavarian home of Anneliese Michel. The possession that was so horrific that her story was used for the making of a movie, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Anneliese Michel was subjected to 67 Catholic exorcism rites that ultimately left her dead at age 23 on July 1st, 1976. Maurice Theriault's story is one of the most disturbing cases of demonic possession in modern history. His life, marked by inexplicable events and terrifying phenomena, attracted the attention of world-famous demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren.
He was possessed by a demonic spirit, maybe even more than one demonic spirit.
Which is what? Movement of objects, sounds, bleeding from Maurice's eyes, from no natural causes, crosses appearing on his body. State police were called in, local police. They found Maurice on the floor in the bathroom, and while there, they had seen phenomena occurring around Maurice, the bleeding from the mouth, the eyes. This is called the ritual romano, which is the ultimate in the rites of exorcism where Catholicism is concerned. He prepared himself. He went to the home.
The exorcism would be the first ever recorded on videotape. It shows Maurice's face changing as the bishop chanted to cast out the devil. The video shows far more what was about to change on his face and its expression. As the bishop chants, Maurice's skin seems to bubble, A deep crack has opened on his forehead.
Do you feel anything inside you?
I see characteristics of his face look like they're becoming all crinkled, like burnt. There's a split on the left side of the head, which widens, opens up. The eyes, he blinks 3 times, which we consider an insult to the Trinity. The eyes look like a serpent.
How many are you?
All of a sudden, his eyes rolled up in his head, and his head went down. He collapsed, and within a few minutes, he came to. The first thing he asked for was Nancy, his wife.
The exorcism took place in 1985, and for several years, Maurice seemed to become normal again, until one day Ed Warren received a call from his wife Nancy.
And she said, Ed, I have to speak with you. And she said, Maurice is going back into his old ways again. Blood is coming out of his eyes. He's doing things that he shouldn't be doing. He's threatening people.
Maurice Theriault died on September 15, 2022. The Smurl haunting is one of the most infamous cases of alleged demonic activity in modern history. Jack and Janet Smurl, along with their family, claimed they were tormented by a powerful demon for over 15 years in their home in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. In 1973, the Smurl family, Jack, Janet, and their 2 daughters, moved into a duplex home on Chase Street. Jack's parents lived on one side, while the couple and their children lived on the other. Shortly after moving in, they began experiencing strange and disturbing occurrences. At first, the disturbances were minor. Unexplained bad odors filled the house. Electrical appliances malfunctioned, even when unplugged. Scratches appeared on walls without any apparent cause. However, the activity quickly escalated. Heavy furniture moved on its own. Loud, unexplained banging sounds echoed through the house. Black shadows and figures were seen moving through rooms. The hauntings took an even more terrifying turn when Jack and Janet experienced physical attacks. Janet claimed an unseen force grabbed her and pulled her from bed. Jack was allegedly sexually assaulted by a demonic entity while in bed or showering.
Jack is calling it a she here. It's an it. It's not a she. It's not a he. It's something that has never walked this earth. It's something horrible, ugly, filthy. It doesn't enjoy the sexual act. It's an insult to God's birthing act. That's what it's all about. But
even the family's dog was violently thrown against a wall. Visitors and neighbors confirmed witnessing strange occurrences, strengthening the belief that the Smurls were under attack by an evil force. By 1986, the Smurls reached out to Ed and Lorraine Warren, the famous demonologists known for investigating cases like the Amityville Horror. Lorraine, a self-proclaimed clairvoyant, claimed she sensed a powerful, malevolent presence in the home. Ed Warren described the entity as a demon that fed on negativity and fear. The Warrens believed the haunting was not caused by a single ghost, but by a powerful inhuman spirit. Multiple exorcisms and blessings were performed, but they only seemed to agitate the entity, leading to even more violent attacks. In 1987, the Smurls moved away, and the activity reportedly stopped. Ed and Lorraine Warren wrote a book about the Smurl haunting. The book is a recount of the Smurls' experiences. The haunting was turned into a TV movie in 1991, titled The Haunted. "40 demons. That's the number of demons Michael Taylor carried inside him." In 1974, the small town of Ossett, England, became the site of one of the most shocking and violent possession cases in history. Michael Taylor, a mild-mannered husband and father, underwent a transformation that no one could have foreseen. The Taylor family weren't religious, but started attending Meetings Christian Fellowship Group. What started as a quest to become more spiritual soon became an obsession. Michael started spending more time with the lay preacher and less at home. When home, Michael was withdrawn, depressed, and argumentative, and often lashed out at his wife and kids. His behavior became erratic, violent, and disturbing, with Michael claiming he was under the influence of dark forces. A local priest was called to perform an exorcism. The ritual lasted for hours, during which Michael screamed, writhed, and claimed demons were clawing at his soul. The priests declared the exorcism a success, claiming they had removed over 40 demons. But they admitted one remained, the demon of murder. Hours after the ritual, Michael returned home and in a horrifying frenzy, he killed his wife, Christine, with his bare hands. Police reports say he tore his wife's eyes and tongue out with his bare hands, ripping her skin from her skull and leaving behind a blood-drenched scene. He was found wandering the streets, shouting and covered in blood, claiming he had no memory of what he'd done. The court found Michael not guilty by reason of insanity, attributing his actions to a psychotic episode. But some still wonder, was Michael's madness a result of human frailty or something far more sinister? Taylor's case is mentioned in the 2021 film The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, which is based on another case in which a killer claimed demonic possession. Number 1. The House of 200 Demons. Shortly after LaToya Ammons and her family moved into their Gary, Indiana, rental house in November 2011, they started feeling that something was off. Flies swarmed their porch, they heard footsteps at night, and they found inexplicable wet footprints on the floor. But that was just the beginning of their ordeal. LaToya's son was witnessed by medical professionals walking backward up a wall, an event that even left seasoned social workers shaken. The house was later investigated by police, who reported bizarre phenomena, including malfunctioning equipment and a mysterious black ooze dripping from the basement. Things got even scarier. In March 2012, Ammons and her mother claim that they saw Ammons' 12-year-old daughter levitating from her bed. They reached out to church officials, who instructed them to draw crosses using oil on the windows and doors, and to clairvoyants, who claimed that the house contained 200 demons. A number of police officers who visited the Ammons home also reported paranormal experiences. Officers took a photo in the home that appeared to show a mysterious face. Audio was recorded that appeared to pick up someone whispering, "Hey." A priest eventually conducted 3 exorcisms on Ammons, which seemed to help. She and her family have since moved out of the house. The truth behind these possessions remains unknown. But one thing is certain, these stories continue to haunt those who hear them. If you want more terrifying tales, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, stay safe.